Hello, welcome to DK Bowl Chat. I'm glad you're here. Today I'm going to transition into oil on this little hummingbird, and I have very good reason to do so. Even though I blended pretty well, there's plenty of lines between the colors. So I'm going to make the color green to start with, and then I'm going to also, I've got a little bit of the of white and another color on here. But anyway, these are oil. These are mostly Gamblin. I'll put some phthalo blue on here too for the sky so I can blend this out. I'm going to start in the background as far as, as far away as I can from the subject. And there's flowers in the background. And I think the oil is going to add to this painting a lot. It will help it blend for sure. And I will get a little bit of it done today. This will be good, but just hang in there because I will get it all done at some point. And this is just acrylic paint. I've done nothing. I haven't varnished anything. I haven't done anything in between to seal it or anything. I'm just going right over acrylic paint. When you gesso, it's acrylic paint most of the time, and that's the logic of it. You can go right over it. Putting down oil colors to blend in the background. Different colors of green, and I could do the red too. I'm just for now going to start with the blue. So I've got a small round brush. I'm going to paint it right up to the little bird's head. So I don't need much blue in this white and blue. But this phthalo blue is a different phthalo blue shade than my acrylic, but that's okay. What I like about oil is it will be true to the color that you're putting on there. So let's see if we come in from here. I'm going to turn you upside down. I'm going to paint right up to the edge of that bird. Let's see, it's a little bit light. Let's go a little darker, a little bit more blue in there. Definitely sky blue peeking through the flowers in the background. Still a little bit light, more blue. I'm not in a hurry to put the blue in there because if you get too much blue in there, you can't take it out. You'd have to add more white. I think this is going to be plenty of blue. Yeah, that's plenty. I'm going to go right up to that little bird and right up to where the purple is. I didn't take out the colors to make purple, but I will. I will. There we go, going right over the blue acrylic. And if I leave some spots showing through, it's okay. Made a little heart. There's blue right there. Put that in. And a little bit of blue up here. And I may have gotten a little bit on the bird, but it's okay. Right there. It is all right because it's oil. It's not a big deal. I can go right over it with green. Okay. I think I got the blue in there. Putting this brush down and going for another round brush. That I can put some green in. And I've got some olive green and some sap green, and this is Gamblin paint. The sap green is actually, is it Gamblin? I think it is. It is. Okay, so I'm going to make something close to what I got back here. So this, get the hair off of there. This has got more yellow in it. I don't know if you can see that or not. So I'm going to get some ultramarine. Put a tiny bit of that in there. I could blacken it a bit if I wanted to with ultramarine and burnt umber. I don't want to make it teal, so I want it to look natural. So I'll grab burnt umber as well. I think oil painting's easier than acrylic. It's just messier. There's always give and take, right? amber, and I've got a little bit of both. I'm going to make a sort of black here with the green. There we go. That'll be a nice dark green. And I could just take directly from the sap green. I also have medium I'm using, which is lean medium, but I'm not using it right now. There we go, right over the green. And I'm going to just leave the top. I'm just going to stay on the surface here. I'm not going to go on the sides. Again, this is oil paint, and it gets everywhere if you let it. And sometimes you don't mean to get it everywhere, but it does. It's like glitter. Glitter is contagious. It gets everywhere. You think you've put it all away and cleaned it up, but it's on your face, it's on your clothes, it's on your paintings, it's everywhere. So I have to hermetically seal the area when I end up doing glitter for my cards, and then vacuum and wash, and yeah. Okay, so I can stop painting you upside down. I guess, well, wait, let me get up to the head here. So I'm gonna go into the lighter green and paint up to his head. Yeah, it's a little boy. It's a little boy. I'm gonna go lighter with that. Let's see, we're gonna mix a little bit of white with it. Let's see what color that turns up. This is fast dry, but you can use whatever white you want. I don't need it to be any more yellow, so I'm just gonna use white and see what turns up. Yeah, I'm glad you're here with me. Okay, what is the white gonna do? Let's scooch over here so you can see what I'm doing. There we are. That's gonna make it perfect. That's what it's gonna do. The white is lightening it up just enough. Let's go right over that mark. There we go. Maybe a little bit more because it's close to the bird's color. Get it a little bit lighter. There we are. I'm gonna paint right up to this green. Not very far away, and right up to the blue. Where they're touching. There we go. Let's see what that looks like. We're going to turn it around so I can blend it. I don't need to be close up to the bird. I got him right here. I got it already in there. Okay, I just need a blender brush, which is going to be a round brush. I'm going to grab that and pull between the two colors, so I don't want to get it on my clothes. I'm just going to tap between these two colors. There we go. And it will just start blending in. Oil is so easy to blend. There we go. I'm going to come between the two greens. There we go. I'm just tapping really fast. I don't know if you can hear me. Tap, 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 tap. Right, I'm tapping. And I don't want to go back into the lighter color because this is darker. I'm going between the two greens and just tapping. And it's A-okay if it shows through and you can see the background acrylic, that's fine. It's not a big deal. I'm going to paint this so I can blend that as well. A little light, let's go a little darker. Grabbing some more sap green. It doesn't have to be exactly like the other one, but you know, close maybe. There we go. Now that's green. That's almost Kelly green. I'm gonna go and add a little bit of burnt umber and ultramarine and blacken it up a little bit. I don't need it to be just like this. Besides, it wouldn't be in big chunks anyway. because it's background blur of plants. And yes, I'm going over the edge, but I'm not painting over the edge. I'm not going to paint and get the sides too. Why would that? You don't want to see that. It's going to take a while. So I'm going to just do what I got here. Go all the way up to the sky. Go up and touch the sky. There we go. Now I can blend it. I need another dry round brush. You don't have to get them wet when you oil paint. This round brush is going to tap those two together. That light still needs to show, so I'm just tapping in the light into the color right beside it. And wipe off the excess paint. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that. I like the way it blends together so much better than the acrylic did. I like the way it mixes with the other color. I picked up a little bit of the sky and took it with me. There we go. That works. See if I can wipe off most of this. And I have one that's lighter from mixing the sky. If I could just remember which one it is here. It looks like this one's pretty light. I'm not sure though. So I'll grab another one. Yeah, the goal is to use as many brushes as I possibly can. I'm just kidding. It's really not, but it's going to be that way. It's fine. There is no limit on the brushes you can use. Nobody's limiting you. Just your imagination. Have your imagination. I'm going to turn around and blend the other side of that. Cool part about this is tomorrow when I go to paint, if I didn't use much of the fast matte paint, which dries really fast, then I should be fine blending still. But for today, I'm going to continue blending what I got here. Okay, so I've got the green on here. I think it's already on there. Let me make sure. A little bit more white. And green. A little bit light. That's good. It could be light. And the light could be hitting it in places. Let's see. The sun's coming out. Yeah, between these things. And there's the proof. Yeah, we got it pretty good here. All right. I'm going to blend those. I just need a dry brush that isn't going to put any sky on it. There we go. I'm going to need to make that beautiful pink color. Looking forward to that. I get a smaller brush. This one's bigger than the spot I'm trying to blend. There we go. And I'm just tapping where the colors are coming together. I don't need to go anywhere else. I need to put the other red on here to do that, but because I can't blend that till it's on there. Yeah, that's much better. I like that much better. I could also pull in from that side, but it's going to pull the color in a little bit right here. Just pulling in with a fan brush because this is still damp and not dry. I don't want to get a lot of green in the center. I want that to remain a little spot of sky. Easy, easy to blend. Okay. I have the lighter green. I'm going to go back into the lighter green and bring it down here. Put it on the side. Not the side of the painting, but the side of the front. Right here. Right up against that sky. And against the purple too. A little bit darker. I'm grabbing ultramarine, burnt umber, and a little bit of sap green. And what that's doing is graying down the bright green. It's making it green still, but it's graying it down a little bit. There we go. Okay, more green and burnt umber and ultramarine. turn you the right way, huh? Darker. I'm gonna go darker with more burnt umber and ultramarine. This is oil paint. I am so enjoying this process. I love oil paint. Oil paint's so much more flexible than acrylic. There we go. And I can put a little bit in here too. Like I need to put the lighter color right there. Where else do I have dark? Right there. Okay. I'll just block it in behind this branch. Grabbing more of the sap green with burnt umber and ultramarine. I need to put the lighter green right in the middle here. And that is olive green, Gamblin olive green, and also a little bit of sap and white. You right here. Yeah, we got more yellow in this, which can be cut out by putting a little bit of burnt umber and ultramarine in there. And tone it down a little bit. There we go. Okay. I think I need to make purple too. That'll be fun. Let's see. Ultramarine and quinacridone red. Okay, I need lighter. Lighter green. There we go. And this new green has more yellow in it. That's okay. There's no rule against yellow. I'm just putting little dots of it in the background there. In the green, just a different color, but now I need to blend that. And I have my fan brush, which was working just great, but I'm going to use a round brush. I'm going to grab another round brush to blend between the lines. Right here. There we go. Wiping it off because it's got some light on there. Put this on here too. Just tapping around. Same up here. I need to add the purple so I can blend it. There we go. Just tapping around that little dot of lighter green. It's like coming through the leaves. We'll make up this story as we go. Okay, almost lost the brush there. You're not gonna fall on the floor. I've got more sky. I'm gonna add a little bit more sky right in the middle here of this little spot. Make that little circle of sky. Okay. And I'm ready for some red. So I've got quinacridone red right here. Put that out, and when I get done with this in a half hour, I'm gonna, not even a half hour, in 10-15 minutes, when I get done, I'm gonna, quinacridone rose, I'm gonna actually put it in cellophane in a Ziploc and put it in the fridge. And I will put these into Daniel Smith walnut oil. The brush will go into Daniel Smith walnut oil, and it will clean off most of the paint, and then I will use my master's brush soap, like I've talked about before. It helps me not have to breathe paint thinner in the house, which I think is a good thing. Okay, let's see what kind of purple we can come up with. I have ultramarine right there, and I'm gonna actually get a little bit of it on here. Let's see, where are you? Right there. Okay, Just a little bit of ultramarine for the purple. The purple looks pretty in the background. And I might just vary the intensity of it, which I'm gonna do, I think. Okay, and a brush. All right, pulling in the quinacridone red, also a little bit of quinacridone rose, and a little bit of ultramarine. I'm gonna make some nice purple here. I'm gonna also need some white. I don't know if you can see me mixing this, but it's okay if you don't. Just know I'm gonna need some more white. So I'm gonna put more red. Okay, there we are. And that's gonna be a nice purple. I'll grab white so that we can see it. This is pretty dark. I don't know if you can see this or not. I'll show you. I'll put some on here. This is the purple I made, which is really dark. And it could be dark in some of the flower, you know, and some of the, it's a hydrangea bush, right? We're just gonna say, maybe it's dark in those spots, but I'm gonna add white to it. I don't typically reuse my paint. I put it away sometimes, and I do, but the majority of the time I start fresh. It doesn't hurt to try to save some. Okay, so I'm going into the white, and I've put some of this purple in there so you can see the actual color of it, which is nice. I'm gonna tap around this area and get it right up to that little bit of a heart of a sun spot. There we go. I don't need to have it be perfectly blended. If it's perfectly blended, it's gonna look like a paint by number kit. We don't want that. We want it to look like nature. Nature's all over the place with the beauty and color, and yeah, so we're not gonna worry about it being quote unquote perfect. The most I'm gonna concern myself about that is the bird, when I get to the bird. The pièce de résistance is going to be that bird. Okay, so I'm tapping in the purple in between the dark purple. Let me get some with white. That would be nice. Maybe the flowers are, I don't know, they can't make up their mind. They're kind of blue or purple and white, and the light's hitting them there. We just can't have it be a perfectly detailed flower in the background because our focus is on this little guy, this little hummingbird in the foreground. I'm gonna put some over here, and then I need to blend it. And I had sort of a burgundy color in here too, which was burgundy red with white and brown, looks like. Let me get this on here. But I like this purple here. It's a nice frame for this little bird. I'm gonna go right up to that sun, or sky, not sun. Have a little sunshine right there. It's gonna be right up to that sky. I got red in the background too, quinacridone red. Come right up to that little bird. Let's not leave too much pink. I'm going right over some of the pink. It's okay. It's not gonna be like, whoops. Okay, so that flower would not stop at that branch. I'm gonna bring some down here. And I can paint the bird over it if I have to. I'm just tapping it in here with a big round brush. But if it's bothering me, I can take it right back off with a Q-tip. There we go. And I'll paint it on there later. So this is dry. I don't have any pink over here right now. And I'll probably do that next time. If I put this in the other room, it will still be wet to move the paint when I go to mix it. And get one more round brush. This is actually a filbert brush. Just gonna tap between these colors. Here we go. We'll get it to blend. There we are. As soon as I get it moving to where I want it, I'm good. I just move on. I'm gonna need a new one for where it's meeting the sky because it is smaller. It's a smaller area of where the two colors are coming together. So I'll get a smaller brush for that. I'll need to do it again when I put the red on there. I got some on the bird. That's okay. Not worried about it. We'll fix it. Maybe not today, but we'll fix it. That's another thing about oils. They don't dry right away unless you use a fast mat, which I do sometimes use fast mat. And today it's the white. Anything with white in it is going to dry faster than the other one. There we go. I'm going to go right up to that sky, and then I'm going to blend these guys together. I won't save the brushes to use tomorrow because why would I bother? This is too small. I will clean it off with oil in a minute, but I'm going to use it right around that little bit of where it's coming in. There we go. The sky's coming in. I'm going to get a bigger round brush. Put a little bit of sky over this part right here. There we are. Looking for a round brush that I can navigate around with. Let's get a round brush. There we are. You'll be fine. Okay. So I don't have the red on here right now, but I don't want to leave a hard line, so I'm going to blend this a little bit out. Just brushing over it. Same between the purple and the green, which will make a nice gray when they blend together. Touch in between the colors. And I will need to do red next time. Let's go between the sky and this, wiping off the brush. Okay. Touching between the two colors again. This one, it's not wet, so I can't, but I can blend out that edge so it's not a hard line. That's what I'm doing. What I might do too next time, is put some darker gray or darker purple in here. I'm gonna go around that little bit of sky right here. And just touch it with the brush. Get it to blend. So the bird's going to look so much better. More blue. It doesn't have to be an exact heart. I like hearts. Do that right there. Okay, I think that's pretty well blended. It blends so easily, it's like butter. It just is so easy to blend together. Yes, wipe off. Okay, very good. All right, I'm gonna continue blending these edges and then I'm gonna call her good for today. I'm so glad you joined me today. Thank you for hanging out with me. And you know what? Next time I'll be adding red and painting the red part of this. I need to do it before this purple dries. Otherwise I have to do the purple again, which is not a problem because then I'm just painting and I love painting. So it's not a problem. All right, it's already blended. Good, that's good. I think it's all blended. I don't see anything standing out except the red and I gotta work on that next time. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you like this video, please hit the like button and please subscribe to my channel, DK Bolljat, and share it with your friends or, anybody that might be interested in watching process painting videos or learning how to paint acrylic and oil paintings. So this is an acrylic and oil painting. It has just become a one today, so it was an acrylic painting before. And I will add more detail to that bird then too, which will be next time. So I hope to see you tomorrow in the next video. God bless you, my friend.